Okay, so this is a follow-up video to the last video. I believe this is number 7 or number 8, I don't know. About why it's so hard to meet men. It's not. It's actually easy for women, all right? But there's something that's going on inside your brain. There's a couple things that are blocking it. I've already just explained one. This is the second one. And what I said to my niece was, have you ever liked a guy and really liked him for weeks and weeks and weeks and tried to get his attention, and you really wanted to meet this guy, and the minute he started showing you attention, you lost interest? She goes, well, yeah, of course. I'm like, that's the problem. The minute a guy likes you, you don't like him. She goes, oh my God, am I doing that? I'm like, yeah, you've been doing this for years. You're always calling me, and oh, I lost interest in that guy. I'm like, why? She goes, I don't know. He's too clingy. He calls me all the time, blah, blah, blah. All right, so I was explaining this to a woman. She was about 38 years old. And she starts thinking, and she goes, wow. She goes, you're right. Because I was explaining to her that men are like dogs and women are like cats. And I was explaining, dogs are direct. Again, there are some rarities. I've actually seen some dogs actually play hard to get, which is mind-blowing. And usually it's a female dog. But even most female dogs are actually very direct. And here's what I mean. I'm going to use her story. Because after I told this part, she went into her story of the same experience. She goes, you know what? God, that makes so much sense. I'm like, well, what do you mean? She goes, well, I bought this dog, and I really love this dog, and I'd play with it for a few minutes every morning, then I'd go to work, and I'd come home, at the end of the day, and feed the dog. And after about 2 weeks, I noticed the dog was getting skinnier and skinnier, and it's like it wouldn't eat its food. She goes, so I'm freaking out. I'm like, okay. She goes, so I decided to take the dog to the vet. So, what's wrong with my dog? I'm afraid it's going to die. It's not eating. And he goes, well, and he did all the tests, and it was fine. All the blood tests and the heart test and blood pressure, whatever they do. And he goes, do you play with the dog? She goes, yeah. He goes, well, keep playing with it. So a week later, it's losing more weight. She's freaking out. She brings it back, and the doctor goes, well, what are you doing exactly? She goes, well, for about 5 or 10 minutes every day before I leave for work, I play catch with the dog. He goes, no, not 5 or 10 minutes. For like an hour. She goes, what? And she told me, she goes, Michael, that just blew my mind that you could take a ball and throw it, and the dog would directly go after the ball, grab it, and bring it back, and you could throw it again, and it would do that for longer than 5 minutes. She goes, after 5 minutes, I was bored to death. And she goes, you know what? But as much as I hated it, I did it. And that dog was so happy. It would eat its food and jump on me, and it was just like, it totally changed the dog. So ladies, and guys, I guess if you're watching this female video series, men are direct. The linear brain means it goes like a line. Linear, L-I-N-E, linear, A-R, linear, means to go in a line. 1, 2, 3, step 1, step 2. The male language is simple. First, I'm going to do this. Second, third, then, after, later, before that. It's going up and down a line like a football field. That's why men's sports are in a line, like baseball. You got to go down this line to that line from point A to point B. All right? Men love that kind of stuff, whereas women are more like the cat and mouse game, the left to right, the back and forth, back and forth. Got to play hard to get. Men don't like that. So the cat and mouse game, like, have you ever seen a cat? If you just throw a ball at it, it looks at it and like, whatever. But if you get a little springy thing going back and forth, that hits it, going, doing, 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 a cat will do that for hours. And from a man's perspective, we're like, I don't know why, but it seems to like that. So what I teach guys is, guys, you got to play hard to get. And there's very specific ways you can play this cat and mouse game with her that she loves. And it really stimulates her mind and triggers her to play with you. All right? So, again, I am using generalizations, but it breaks down into variances and differences, but we're just doing 5 and 7 minute videos here, so you got to kind of stay on track, which that's a male communication pattern. All right, so something else I was going to say about the cat and mouse game, playing hard to get. Men are direct, women are indirect. Oh yeah, I remember what this lady said. She goes, when I was teaching, I go, don't tease a man. The female mating system loves being teased sexually. It loves being teased. Well, does he like me or does he not like me? In fact, it drives you nuts. It makes you want to chase that guy and catch him and get him down. And what I tell guys is, don't let her catch you. Sure, you can go on a date, you can actually get married and be in a relationship, but you got to play hard to get once in a while, because then it's like the cat and mouse game. Oh, she hasn't caught you yet. Because once she's captured you, game's over. So I teach men how to keep the game alive, okay? So let me think if there's something I was going to add to that real quick. Cat and mouse game, back and forth, left and right. Men are direct, women are indirect. I think that's it for now. I think I've given a lot of stuff. If you really want to learn what's going on, if you want to save your marriage, make the relationship fun again, and bring back your best friend. Remember how fun it was when you first met him, and have those games and that fun and going out and adventuring the world and have meaningful experiences on a daily basis, and create clarity in communication. Take my course. This is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com. I call it Crack the Female Code because I really aimed it for men, because there's something men have to learn to stimulate your mind and give you emotional fulfillment and right brain communication, which, ladies, I know this is very important for you. It's very meaningful. This is what you need. This is what you're looking for. And then all the other stuff are just bonuses and, sugar on top. I'm kind of running out of soliloquies or whatever. But in other words, it's sugar on top of the icing, or icing on top of the cake is what that's what I'm trying to say. So this is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com. There's a lot to learn, but this is going to be the funnest course you've ever taken in your life. Women love this. So I'll talk to you soon. Go to MikeKollin.com. Subscribe to my YouTube videos, get your butt in here, get a couple women together, 3, 4, 5, 10, whatever, and we'll do a workshop together, and I'll really break this stuff down over 3 or 4 hours, and you'll understand what's missing and why we're different. It doesn't have to be this way in communication anymore. There is a way to connect mentally, emotionally through communication. All right, see you soon.